Before this video gets started, I just wanted to throw in a quick disclaimer. I am in no way trying to bash Jaclyn as a person in this video. All opinions are my own, and I'm not a drama channel. I'm solely talking about these things because I actually care about them. Well, not so much care about them, I just find them really interesting. I'll talk about it more in the video, but I'm a marketing and entrepreneurial management major at the U of M, and branding is like my favorite thing. So that's really where I'm coming from in this video, and I just ask that you watch the whole thing and you hear all of my reasoning behind things so that it doesn't come off in a harsh tone, I guess. Even though I do have some pretty strong opinions, that's all I ask, is that you watch the whole thing. But anyway, let's get into the video. Okay, one more quick interruption. Please ignore the background noise from my vehicle. My camera mount, or my phone mount for my car got messed up. It was hot the other day and it melted, and it's a long story, but please ignore the car noises in the background and just try to focus on what I'm saying. I didn't want to refilm it because I kind of like how I phrase a lot of things, so please ignore it, and I will definitely work on it in the future. But okay, for real this time, into the video. Hey guys, I am headed to work right now, and you probably noticed that, well, maybe not. I just realized you can't really see anything other than me. Anyway, basically I stayed at my mom's last night and the night before because I'm having, how do I put this? I'm having a little situation with my apartment, and yeah. Fair warning, I cut out a little bit of the footage here, so I abruptly changed from glasses to sunglasses, and you're gonna see that, but I didn't really say anything important, and I didn't realize that this video would end up just being a driving vlog. I kind of thought I would vlog the rest of the day, but I didn't have time, so ignore the abrupt change in eyewear. Ignore the abrupt change in eyewear. Roommate drama is arguably the worst drama in my opinion because you can't really escape it. I live close to home, so I feel like I'm kind of lucky in the sense that I can go home if I'm really having an issue and kind of get away from it, but I feel for people who that's not the case because that's not fun. Do we ever start one of my vlogs without a little car intro? I mean, I was thinking about this and I was like, you know, I feel like all you guys see me do is drive, even though I do it a lot. I promise I do more. I have to drive a lot when I commute. Do you know what I just don't like? When you're driving on the freeway and you go to pass, and you look over and they look over at the same time and you make eye contact. It's so awkward. It's so awkward. And you're kind of just literally like that. Also, the Jaclyn Hill lipsticks, can we talk about that for a second? What do you guys think about it? I, again, kind of know where I stand. In a similar situation to the James and Tati thing, I kind of don't believe Jaclyn, which is really hard to say because I've always liked her, supported her. I bought her Becca highlighter palette. I own Champagne Pop. I own the original 35 Morphe palette, the white one that she did. Love that. I did actually buy the Vault, ironically enough. I've only touched one of them, and I got it before all the reviews came, and I kept it because I honestly just wanted to keep it more for the here's this thing that was a very big deal for a while. And honestly, I don't know if I've talked about this, but I'm a marketing and entree major, U of M, and I love branding. I think branding is one of the coolest things there is. To me, it's just so fascinating. And as far as like the vault collection went with Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, there were so many missteps in it. And I say this from, like, obviously I'm 100% an outsider, so this is all my own opinion. For legal reasons, I'll say that. There just seemed to be so many missteps. And I thought it was really, really interesting to see how they handled it, because the reality is it hurt Jaclyn's brand and it hurt Morphe. Not that Morphe is always, you know, killing it. They are kind of known to be a little bit problematic. Like I said, I do have, you know, that one palette that I really like from them, so I'm not trying to just bash a brand, but at the same time, it hurts Jaclyn more than anything. Like, yeah, Morphe, whatever, they, like I said, they always kind of catch flack, but it put Jaclyn in such a weird place, and I think it did her brand a disservice, her brand as her own, like herself, and it started, or I guess it didn't start, it played into that trend of, well, you can't trust anything Jaclyn makes, which then kind of flared up again when her lipsticks came out. And I don't want to say that I know, again, all my opinion, I think the lipsticks are expired. I really do. Even if that's not the case, I think an ingredient in there was expired. I think something was expired, because it doesn't make sense to me. It just, all of this stuff happening doesn't make sense. Something's up. And I know she showed some of those documents. I hate to say it, but it's really easy to forge stuff, I think. I mean, I know getting signatures and everything, that's a whole other thing, but like, what she showed us didn't really seem, I don't know. I don't want to say that because I feel bad, but at the same time, like, I don't know that I believe what she said. And here's another situation where your track record kind of speaks for you, you know? Like, as far as the whole, actually, here's my question. What is it with Jaclyn Hill and making everything in like a month? Like, just mass producing things in a month. Because if you guys remember, when they took back the vault, which I'm not even really that convinced that they took it back, when they took back the vault collection and claimed to reformulate it in 6 weeks and make it, come on. I just don't buy that. I don't care how good the lab is, I don't buy it. It's a Band-Aid this big for a problem that was this big. It's not gonna do anything. And granted, like, I still own it, I paid money for it, but I just don't believe that. And then these lipsticks come, and everybody starts having issues. People pull up that tweet that says everything's ready to launch, and now she comes out and says, well, we made everything in a month. But what? You made that many lipsticks in a month? I don't buy it. I really don't. And maybe she is telling nothing but the truth on all of these, like, in all of these situations, and she really just, like, doesn't have good luck with stuff. But it's really hard for me to believe that it's a coincidence time after time after time. You had the Becca situation, you had the Morphe situation, you now have her lipsticks. I mean, at some point, like, something's gotta give. I don't know, I'm hesitant to post this because I don't want people to think that oh, well, she just wanted like her channel to get some attention, so she spoke about this. That's not really it for me, to be 100% honest. I'm more interested in the business side of it. I want to know why like these decisions are being made, like strategy wise. I want to know marketing wise why, and I want to know branding wise why. Like that's what piques my interest. That's what I'm focusing on in school. And so it's so interesting to me. Oh, I should also mention, I love ethics. We have to take an ethics class as freshmen. I love it. I want to go into business law. So that also, it's kind of the perfect like harmony here for me. It's really interesting to me to watch all of this happen, because in case I haven't shared this before, I do want to have my own makeup brand specifically someday. It's something I've always wanted. I still want to. And I feel like I can learn a lot from watching all of these influencers, because my theory is, well, this is a whole nother tangent. Essentially, my whole thought is the makeup industry is kind of hitting its like peak right now for this market. So what I mean by that is a lot of like researchers are predicting the market's gonna crash again soon. And I think makeup is like, obviously it's not the main influence for it, but I think makeup is reflecting it. And I think the makeup market will crash when the market crashes, the regular market crashes, because it's a luxury good. It's not food. You don't need it. Do you want it? Yeah. Does it make your life better? Yeah. But when it comes down to it, I would be willing to bet that people are going to put food on the table before they buy the new Too Faced mascara. Like, that's just my thought. So, that being said, I want to wait until the market kind of after it crashes, once it like takes off again, because when it crashes, a lot of these brands are going to go out of business. I mean, that's just the reality of like, I don't know which ones. I don't know if it'll be the classic ones. I don't know if it'll be the newer ones. It really just depends. But it'll kind of even itself out again. Like the invisible hand will come through. Don't worry. Because right now it's like everything's so oversaturated that it's going to correct. But that was a really long tangent of me saying I feel like I'm learning from these influencers so that when it's my time to make my company, I can think about these things. And I mean, even now, I just, how do you not think about that? Like, she is huge. She's done this before. She's worked with companies before. You can't tell me that they actually made all those lipsticks in a month. And if they did, what kind of lab are you working with that would let you do that? Furthermore, this white cotton gloves thing, I think it's a cop-out. Yeah. Let's get back to what I actually like am interested in. So again, this whole branding thing. So now, she's had this fallout. She still hasn't recalled the lipsticks. As of when I'm filming this, they're not recalled. Even though a lot of people are having a lot of issues, and it's more than 0.01%. That was, no. I'll put the tweet in right here if you don't know what I'm talking about. No, I don't buy that. Here's my thought. Whether or not they're actually unsafe, recalling anyway, solely to save your brand, should be what you do. Like, even if they technically are safe, if people feel as though they are unsafe, why not recall them? Make that step for your company. Make yourself somewhat reputable again, because right now, all that's happening is you're making it worse. That's what it really comes down to. It's actually getting worse, which I feel like sounds like, well, duh, of course it's getting worse. But not only do people not trust you, but now their thought is, well, they don't care. They don't care about us. They got my money, that's what they care about. And I know she's doing the refund thing, and sending you a new product, which I wouldn't really want a new product, to be honest, at this point. But sorry, I just had to check the time. That's like my it's so hard to watch, because you would think somebody with that level of somebody at that level of fame, fortune, like, I'm not saying that money solves everything, not my point, but my thought is, at this point in her career, you would think she would surround herself with people who can help her, like, make good decisions. And I don't want to rip, like, just straight rip on Jaclyn, because I cannot imagine that level of, like, everyone's watching you. I cannot imagine it. I've always been a fan of Jaclyn. Like, I love her personality. I don't always agree with her business decisions, but that's okay. Like, I still support her. I don't have any issues with her. Frankly, the only reason I didn't buy the lipsticks is because I forgot they were launching. Otherwise, I probably would have bought them. And it's weird, because she's really the only person that I go out and buy things from, like, typically, which that just means she's doing a good job marketing. But I don't want you guys to watch this and think, oh, you just hate Jaclyn. No, that's not it. Like, it's hard for me to watch people make what I think are not good decisions, and I'd be lying if I said that I didn't feel like people were kind of intentionally trying to, like, make her, influence her so that she makes bad decisions. Because I don't think that this, like, I think coincidence happens. I don't think it repeats itself 3 times. That, to me, is just, like, something else is going on. It's really hard to speculate on, because I have not been in the position. I don't work in, like, makeup, like, manufacturing. I have experience, like, being a consumer and buying things, and I watch a lot, so I feel like I have some knowledge, but at the same time, that's relatively limited. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm a marketing expert. I mean, like, it's just, I feel like I'm coming at it from the perspective that a lot of people come at it from. In the sense of, I'm a regular consumer, I don't get PR, like, this is my straight up opinion. And, oh, it's so hard. I would love to know what your guys' opinions are regarding this. I don't even know, like, I would link stuff below, but, like, I don't even know what to link. You can literally Google, like, Jaclyn Cosmetics lipstick. Yeah. Also, one other thing I want to touch on really quick. I've heard a lot of, like, rumors and speculations that she waited. So the product was ready in 2017, allegedly, and she waited until her divorce was finalized to launch it, and that's why it's not Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, it's Jaclyn Cosmetics. I honestly don't really blame her. In a weird way, like, I kind of get it a little bit, in the sense of, like, if it was my company, and let's say, like, my husband's name was attached to it, and we were still married, because once you're married, you get 50% of everything. I can kind of see it, and I feel like people were making it out to be this, like, malicious thing. I don't really think that's what it is. To me, it's more so, that actually is a smart business decision, if you ask me. Not leaving the lipsticks for 2 years, that's not a good idea. But what I think the good idea was holding off on the launch. That's being intentional, and I think that's smart. If that's truly what happened, then I think she made a good choice. If it's not what happened, then I kind of don't know. And I think at this point it might help, honestly, for her to come out and just say, like, I think it might help for her to if that's what happened, again, 100% speculation, I think it would help her to come out and just say it at this point, because I feel like, again, it doesn't excuse the potentially old lipsticks, but I think it would help people understand more. And at this point, I would be wanting to do everything I can to help people understand, because if you want to launch anything in the future, you have to have that, like, people have to support your brand, because when you're a new company, it's all about getting your name out there, and this is not really the best way to get your name out there. So granted, she's in a little bit different situation because she has such a loyal following anyway, but still, launching a brand is launching a brand, and it's incredibly difficult. So that's where my thought is, just come out and say it. You know, the video she made, that one I can link down below. The video she made, I think she had I think she was in her heart, she had good intentions. It just didn't come across that way. I thought it felt very defensive, which I would be defensive of my brand. I'm not gonna sit here and say, like, no, I would have been, like, much more calm. Like, no, I would have been like, no, my brand is fine. Like, but at this, maybe not though. It just, I think it comes down to how much she knew. I really do. Because in ethics, there's a few different, like, perspectives you can take. The one that I tend to, like, side with the most is like, intention based. Were you intending to deceive someone? If she knew they were old and she planned to just sell them anyway and hope that no one noticed, then I think she was intentionally trying to deceive people, and that's where I think it's really wrong. That's so incredibly wrong. However, if for some reason she didn't know, which if she was as involved as she claims she was, I don't really buy that. It really, for me, comes down to, I don't know how she wouldn't know. Because if she was that involved, she would have seen it. And I don't know if somebody lied to her and said, no, they're good. They're good. They have a shelf life of 3 years, when in reality they barely have a shelf life of 2. Then it's, I don't know. It's so hard. I'll be so curious to see what happens. I've heard that people are sending them into the FDA. I'm not really 100% sure about that. Also, I feel like such a, like, drama channel right now. This is so, like, I just wanted to, my intent, since we're talking about intent, is to talk about the interesting branding, marketing, strategy aspect of all of this, and how it's going to affect her personal brand and her cosmetics brand moving forward. I'm not out here trying to throw shade. Again, I've been a fan of Jaclyn for a long time. I, like, have bought a lot of her collaborations. For the most part, I've had really good luck with them. Like, if I'm being 100% honest, the Big Morphe palette did me well. Champagne Pop did me well. And the Becca, like, palette, the face palette, not the eye palette, did me really well. So the Vault collection is, I've only used the Bling Boss, I think it's that one. I can't remember, but I own all 4. Anywho, that's kind of where I stand with all of it. It's so hard. It's so hard. I don't know. I guess I'm done with that topic. I don't really want to talk about it anymore because I don't want to get myself in trouble. But I don't want to be a drama channel. I don't. I just want to talk about things that genuinely interest me, and I follow a lot of YouTube things. So YouTube is something that I like to talk about. Anyway, that made my commute go very quickly. I'm almost to work now. I do have a meeting at 9:45. It's about 9:30, so I do have a little bit of time to park. Not a lot of other time. Oh, look at all these little baby freshmen. They look so little. They look so little. They look so scared. Be scared. No, don't be scared. This is one of the best decisions you can possibly make, is to come here. I will be the first to tell you that. So, I don't know why I'm stretching right. Yeah, that's where I stand with everything. So I guess I can kind of sit here and talk a little bit. I don't really know what I have to say. Obviously, I talked about a lot. Yeah. Man, what a time. I should probably pay my parking. Hold on. Okay guys, that is actually all I have for that video. I meant to keep vlogging and then I just didn't, so yeah, that's actually it. Obviously please don't send anybody hate. I know I sound like a drama channel saying that, but please don't. Like, it's not worth it. It's not that deep. Well, in this situation, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, please excuse my appearance in these clips of the video. I'm editing from my bed after work and I'm tired. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a like and subscribe down below. I don't remember what side it's on. Yes, leave me a comment. I love reading them, and let me know what you want to see. I don't know why I'm using my hands so much today. But yes, let me know what you want to see in the future, and thank you so much for watching, and I promise not every video includes me in my bed. But yes, I love you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Bye, guys.